G'day, I'm Evan, and welcome to Gamey Gamey Game. Joining me on the show this week, it's Naomi Higgins.
Can you believe it?
You've been sick this week.
I have been sick, but I'm here, you know why? Because I persevered.
You on drugs at the moment?
Sudafed, does that count?
It does. They only let you have a certain amount of that, you know?
Is that prescription only?
I say pseudoephedrine.
Pseudoephedrine. Because pseudoephedrine is... And
That's what they put in it.
To make meth?
You actually do... This is off script now.
Sorry.
This is the precursor.
I don't know what to do. We're off script.
Yeah.
Some context. We already filmed that, but the camera fucked up. But that was pretty spot on until Evan went sideways with
Started yes-anding.
Started talking about
But
meth.
it is true. You do need to use ID to get it because they do make meth with it.
But not you.
But I highly recommend getting it if you have a cold. Honestly, we don't use enough pseudoephedrine in this country.
That's right.
We just suffer.
Numbers are plummeting. People are scooping sewer and testing it and going, oh, the country's pseudoephedrine levels are dropping.
Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall's here, if you hadn't already noticed.
Good day, everybody.
Sorry, I didn't mean to...
We're coming... No, that's okay.
I liked you better in the first
Coming to
game.
you all the way from Melbourne,
It's
Australia.
over there. You know who else is here? In spirit. It's Tom Walker.
In spirit.
And via...
And also via the internet. Hello.
But not physically, he's not physically here.
But when people are watching it, we won't be physically there either.
Oh my gosh.
We'll be on the internet too.
That's true.
And the Earth is moving through space, so we won't even be anywhere near the same location.
Or we might be
May
in the
I-
same, but coincidentally.
May I take a second to just address my appearance?
No, I
Okay.
think so.
No, tell us, what's with this wig that you...
Well, we had some technical problems during the setup, and my camera, the screen that I was being displayed on had frozen, and so when it went full black, I thought it would be funny to change out of the t-shirt and shorts that I was wearing and immediately appear back on screen as Marge. Which
It was funny. It was very funny.
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was, but now it's now approximately 45 minutes after that, and I am being heated beyond recognition in this wonderful suit. So I just want to say that I regret it, but I will not be backing down.
Okay.
You can just take it off.
I will get the channel banned.
It looks like it looks like we've got two guests who persevere in this episode.
I appreciate everybody's...
One is sort of like it's like he brought it on himself for no
I kind
reason.
of manufacture conflict and hardship because I don't have enough.
Yeah.
But you know, Naomi, don't you think that people bring sickness upon themselves?
Yeah.
If you didn't go to Golden
Golden
Plains...
Plains, I should not have gone. I was there. I woke up on after the first night. I was like, "What the fuck am I doing here? I can't do this, man."
Yeah.
I was right.
I've been a little bit sick this week, not as sick as you, obviously, but I attribute that partly to going to the Weird Al's show on Friday
The
night.
way he cowers from her, the way he defers to Naomi as a learned act. Of course, I haven't been as sick as you, Naomi, as that's your narrative, but of course.
Obviously, you're much stronger than me, and you go through many more worse things all the
Obviously,
time.
you as the alpha. And I'll be rolling over and showing my belly.
It's because before the show, she made a point of
I
saying...
went in on him.
Yeah, she's already beaten me up about this.
Yeah.
Hey, this week,
Big time.
we're going to talk about Metroid Prime Remastered. But first, what do you think of this? This week, The Sims 4 added a free infants update. When the game first launched, children skipped
Oh,
from
you
being...
can get free babies in the game now, huh?
I've been sick of paying for these
yeah.
fucking things.
Yeah, I suppose so. When the game first launched, children skipped from being inanimate newborns to full children. But now the game features crawling infants and toddlers. So that's fun.
Wow.
Good.
But something seems to have gone horribly wrong. A bug in the game is causing babies' legs to be stretched so they're regular adult height. Players are
that's-
posting
that's amazing.
disturbing images of their elongated babies doing things just like playing or floating around or using like a microwave oven sort of a situation.
Yeah, that
the one on the
baby has
right
hot
there-
dogs, huh?
Yeah, so normally
And a fade.
making...
Yeah, the one on the right there looks like someone who would retweet Naomi with the word yas and nothing else.
So yeah, normally babies can't make pizza rolls, and that's an adult thing. But there's a bug that's
Wait, so the bug elongates their legs and also makes them able to make pizza rolls.
I suppose so. I think these are. I assume these are adults in some way, but they're still in.
Children are shorter than this, right?
Yeah.
Children aren't adult height.
No, that would be.
There are
crazy.
adults that dress up in nappies and make pizza rolls.
That's true. Do you think that might
Oh
be what's
yeah,
going on here?
I stumbled across a subculture on Twitter once, and it's hard to get away from, honestly.
Yeah? Is it because like it
Yeah,
starts
you keep
recommending
clicking
you?
to find your way out.
Yeah, you can't find your way out because they're all friends with each other.
Do you click away by clicking through people until you meet a new group?
Yeah, until I get home,
Yeah.
which is just
Somewhere
someone
here, Barack
autistic.
Obama must be involved in the thread, so I can just tap on him and find my way back to normalcy, says Naomi.
Yeah, big time. Do not. What is it? It's like ADPL or something.
ABDL,
ABDL. I knew Tom would know.
What is that? What does that stand for?
adult baby diaper lover.
Okay.
Imagine finding that by accident.
Are there adult baby diaper haters?
Yes, I'm number one. You got me.
So does that mean you kind of just roam free and just kind of, you still sort of poop, I guess, wherever you
No,
It's kind of the Sunni and Shia of the adult baby community.
I thought you were just mispronouncing Sonny and Cher. Yes, but and I was like, yeah, great. Well, yeah, I'm the whatever the.
I would like to see this Sunni and the Shiites singing "I Got You, Babe" together.
Wouldn't that heal the world?
I got you, babe. I don't know if they each got their own leader, but
I don't think now's the time.
okay.
You know what this reminds me of?
What does this remind you of?
I recently read a GQ article about a surgery that you can get to make yourself taller.
Right.
That men have been getting, rich men,
Right.
and they, trigger warning for the squeamish, the way they do it is they just break your legs and then they just like hold them back together with like pins and poles, and then as it's healing, and so to create like bone mass or whatever to like heal the bone,
Oh my God.
they just stretch it a tiny bit over the course of like months. So that and you can get 3 inches in your femurs
3 inches.
and 3 inches in
That's
your
that's like that
shins
much or
if
something,
you
right?
want. I think that's like 2 inches, no? Yeah. So you can get 6 inches if you want, but that means breaking your legs in 2 places each. And they look, I saw the pictures of them look a little bit like that. When they're wearing clothes,
Yeah.
I'm genuinely like, okay, I get it. But when they're not, when you just see their legs, it's
Yeah.
just like, that guy's just got a really fucking long leg. They look exactly like that baby with the fade.
And also it'd be like scarred and like
Well, I mean,
your skin would have to stretch as well, right? Like
I guess, but I think that's easier.
Yeah, because you put on fat sometimes, and then your skin just
All right.
stretches like that.
Stretchy
I mean,
skin.
I don't know if leg skin's got as much give in it, but I'd just add more ass.
okay.
You know, just sort of like make that ass
That's
a bit.
much easier.
Yeah, just just
You don't
like
need to break any bones for that.
a long ass like that. You know.
Oh, as in you're saying like you elongate your pelvis?
Yeah, well, I just move, you know, because people get fake hips all the time. I just attach it a little bit lower.
Right.
So you're saying just a longer spine is what you're saying.
No. Just like you know where the socket is, right? Fill that socket in with just cement or whatever, whatever you do, right?
Wait.
And then just look. So this is like your middle bit, right?
Ooh, sexy.
And then you just
Wait,
like
that's the pelvis?
this is where the hip bone goes, like this.
Okay.
I just pylons like that.
No, but then
and
they
put the
move
socket in
weird.
there.
They
Right? You get used to it.
No, but you would
The
look
brain-
like you're just walking from halfway down your thigh.
Elasticity, yeah, man. You get a cool walk.
Oh, that's a cool walk.
Like that.
That's exactly what it would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
But it would still have the same effect. You'd still have the long thighs.
I know, but it'd all be in the ass, like that, so you don't have weird long legs. You just wear boxer shorts.
Oh, probably.
They're always longer. They're always longer than ass.
It's fine. It's not real. We don't have to,
We have
debate the
to-
logistics. But I am mad.
Tom, do you play Sims 4? I'm not really a Sims person.
I've not played The Sims 4. I'm looking forward to getting to grips with it, but the last time I played The Sims was Sims 1, where my mum walked in on me and I had chained the sim that was representing her in a 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 room.
Hang on, representing your
By
mother?
one.
I made my family in The Sims.
Ah.
Wait, it was one tall as
Sorry,
well.
it was a 2 by 2 room because I initially remembered it as a single thing.
It was a cube.
Yes.
And you can chain people. And then did your mother recognize herself when she saw?
Yes. So
Well-
the reason she recognized herself was because she saw me, and I was returning from my job as an astronaut. And then she said, "And so you've made us all?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Where am I?" And I double-clicked her portrait and immediately teleported to a 2 by 2 room that had no door or window, and it just had a single fridge. And as we arrived there, she, because I've kind of gotten bored managing 3 Sims, and as I arrived there, she wet herself on the floor, and I just dispassionately clicked clean, and so she immediately took out a mop and started.
Wow. You
And
had to throw in
that's how
some gender stereotypes as well.
Well, I couldn't build a door to let myself in there to clean it because she would get out.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Also, her name was Stupid Bitch Mom.
No, her name was her real name, which I shan't be saying.
I've met your mum once, and she seemed really nice.
She's lovely.
So you haven't played The Sims 4. Does the addition of infants and toddlers, does that make you more or less inclined to give it a go?
I don't understand The Sims 4. I think if I answered in the affirmative, you should put me on a registry.
No, that's fair.
I feel like you just.
What about the
went down a
elongated
trap.
babies?
I'm more likely to play something with a glitch than you texting me. If you texted me and said, "Hey Tom, guess what? Sims 4 has babies in it now. You can play." I would not consider you a friend, Evan.
Well, crawling babies and toddlers.
Yeah.
Toddlers
I mean,
my
that-
favorite age for kids.
Oh, they're genuinely beautiful, and it's good. It's going to be sad when they grow up into regular kids. But Evan, would it make you more likely?
Children don't appeal to me.
Yeah. Have you ever had any kids that you get along with as an adult? That's enough. That's enough time. You don't need to keep thinking.
Did you get along with any children when you were a child?
Yeah. I think generally I get along with people my own age.
Okay.
But I've Bec's niece and nephew are the kind of the young kids that I would probably see the most, and
Get along?
no, not really. No, her niece just bullies me.
Oh, well, yeah. Actually, yeah, she seems cool. I feel like I know a little bit about her, and she seems cool. No offense.
So there's a few ways you can get babies.
From behind, lady on top, guy on top. Go ahead, Evan. List the ways.
Dark web.
Adoption,
Oh.
finding your favorite woohoo spot and letting nature take its course.
Oh, right.
Or
You're scaring Tom. You gotta stop. You're scaring him.
or you can even
hearing
try
Evan say woohoo really didn't sit
Yeah,
right with me.
woohoo.
I'm sorry.
Were you
I
referring?
forgot that was
called-
a The Sims universe term, and I thought that was just Evan accessing his own vocabulary.
Yeah.
No.
As
this
he
is-
said
I'm
adoption,
reading
he
a-
underlined it.
I'm reading a
on
thing.
the page. He's being serious right now.
Or you could even try a new interaction available on your Sims phone to have a science baby, which lets you attempt a little platonic genetic mixing and see what the outcome may be.
Now, what does that mean?
Well, platonic genetic mixing, I suppose this is rather than a woohoo
Stuff,
situation.
What you're talking about.
I suppose so.
Maybe test tube baby.
This is people who are
I
friends.
doubt it's IVF.
It could be
It said
IVF.
platonic. Platonic, you don't need to involve IVF if you don't want.
Sure.
You're already friends.
I know, but they're talking about a science.
If you just have sex and have a baby, that's magic. If it's platonic, then you need science.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
don't have the secret ingredient, which is love.
Right.
it's beautiful.
Do you think that's what happened with these babies? No love?
Yeah, something's up. Something's up.
Yeah. Oh, they'll fix it in the patch, I'm sure.
But then, won't that make the game worse?
Not having the elongated baby bug.
Yeah, isn't it better when things are messed up?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so.
Depends.
Like I mean,
Little
they would.
babies really do look like pro-Trump twinks, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
so scary.
Yeah, it does look like a baby Drake would have somehow.
It actually does look. It does look like that kid that yelled at that Native American man or stared him down or whatever years ago.
Oh, in that video
Yeah, in the video.
with the Trump hat.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's going.
Yeah, I reckon he's going good. I reckon all the celebrities from that age.
He
from
just
that
got a
time.
podcast on InfoWars.
Yeah, he's, yeah, that couple that held their guns outside of that house when there was a
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter thing. I'm sure they're on. They're big on Grouper. What's the
Gab?
fucking
Truth?
What's Trump's Truth?
Truther. Truth?
Truth, just truth.
Social.
Truth
Yeah.
social, that's it.
I was on, I think it was Gab.
What's Gab?
You and Gab.
Was that one of the ones?
I know about your interaction with Gab.
Yeah. I went on there and then I was like trying to rile them up, but they were all pretty reasonable because they thought I was like on their side. And then I just wanted to delete my account because I was like, I don't want my email associated with this. I'm sure it's going to get leaked at some point.
Yeah.
And I could not. I was like, request delete my account, deactivate my account. They just wouldn't fucking do it. I started like breaking all their rules because it's like got way more rules than Twitter. Like even before Elon took over, it's like you couldn't. It's just so many rules to get. So I was like, well, great, I'll just start doing that. I ended up having to. Actually, that's why you remember it, Tom. I think I sent you the photo, and then the next time I tried to
That's
message
right.
you, the photo came up. And so I just started tweeting at the founder on stuff that he would post. Just this picture of a dick coming because I was just at my wit's end. I was just posting tits like nothing, and so then I was just like fuck you, and then just like these like dicks coming. Like it's the most gratuitous graphic image you've ever seen in your life. It's like an action shot. It's just
It looks
disgusting.
really horrible. It looks like it looks like a diorama simulation of a penis coming. Like it looks so solid.
But it worked. It worked. I finally did it.
And then what? They just got rid of your account?
Then they deleted my account. Yeah,
nice. Wow.
finally. But I had to become the monster.
Sure.
What did it turn you into?
Exactly.
Hey, maybe we should move on.
Yeah. It's fine.
Not for any particular reason, but Metroid,
Picture.
Metroid Prime Remastered is, as the name suggests, a remaster of the original 2002 GameCube game. The remaster brings the game to Switch with huge updates to the visuals and controls. Let's take a look at the trailer, but first, let's take a little ad break. That was a look at the trailer for Metroid Prime Remastered. Hey, this is a good game.
As in was, like it's not anymore?
No. I think it still is.
Oh, right.
I just thought it was refreshing to play a game where you can shoot things. I like shooting games. We've been playing platformers
Too
recently.
much cozy nonsense for you. Actually, it's all been platformers.
Was there some pizza game last week? Get that out of here.
Yuck.
Shooting guns. That's what it's all about.
Amen.
No, but it's so odd because it's like okay, I've never connected with Metroid ever, right? I've never
It's
given.
a woman.
Hey, Because it's a woman. No, that's the main reason. But
She is.
Damn, you can really tell she's a woman in this one, eh?
Yeah, they don't hide it at all.
I always thought their name was Seamus. You see, so that's why I thought it was an Irish man. And that wasn't the reason I didn't like it.
To round out the Nintendo lineup, they had an Italian, an Irish woman, or an Irishman, I guess.
That's pretty diverse.
Wario is Polish.
And it is St. Patrick's Day today.
It is. At the time
and
of recording,
I put green eyeliner on. And you all told me to choose different colours, and I didn't listen to any of you.
Well,
right.
good on you.
And so happy birthday to all the Irish people out there today. I believe they're like horses and they all have the same birthday.
Okay.
Or Koreans.
Eh?
Korea, right?
Korea.
They're all like,
They're from Korea.
they all say I'm one if they're
Irish people.
born
Irish
in.
people from Korea.
You don't go by the day they're actually born. They just go
Yeah,
by
but
the
they
year
don't-
they were born.
They still have birthdays, Naomi.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to that woman who made that TikTok I watched.
This is interesting. So you've never really resonated with Metroid. Tom, are you a Metroid guy? Have you played any of the previous games? Is this all new to you?
I played the one that was out for Nintendo DS, but this is the first time I played Metroid Prime. But this is a game that I've always heard about as the reason to own a GameCube or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's cool. This is a remaster that I forgot that I was excited for, but because I was excited for it in like 2007.
Yeah,
because-
I'm kind of the same. I remember seeing this on GameCube, but I didn't have a GameCube, so I was like, hey, that looks cool, and then never played it because I didn't have a GameCube. And I've actually never played any of the Metroid
Would be a good reason to
games.
get a GameCube. I've heard.
Yes. But I played a lot of Samus in Super Smash Brothers. But I preferred to play against Samus because I played as Fox, and it was
You
always
prefer to play against Samus.
yes.
You prefer to fight
woman.
this woman.
Well, yes.
You prefer to beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, because Samus does the thing where she charges up the thing, and then it's like a Dragon Ball Z, like, pew! And since I played as Star Fox, and the CPU, like the CPU players would always do that because that's the best move you can do as Samus. But then you can just Fox has like a shield that just rebounds it, and it was just like such an easy way to kill off it's just an easy win.
That's a great feeling.
And I hate challenges in games. I just love to just win all the time, you know.
I mean,
'Cause
Amen.
that's the fun bit, right?
Absolutely.
this game does feel pretty easy.
Yes.
Like, I mean, because like, so what I was saying before is like, firstly, it's kind of just like a soulless person in a suit. I don't know, like the world is kind of feels like a bit boring, right?
Yeah,
You think?
know. To me, the whole thing had like a nostalgic feel to it, which is weird because I hadn't played the original, so there's not really a reason really for me to have that. But I think it's like because it's a remaster of a game that's 20 years old. It is, it's the sound design, it's
All
the
those
environmental
influences from
design.
recent time.
Yeah, like it feels like of course it feels like a game that's from 20 years ago, just updated because that's exactly what it is.
It's just a game that doesn't feel like it's trying to be Breath of the Wild. Heyo.
Yes?
No, they're all open world now. It's just trying to
Yes.
be like game commentary, you know?
Yeah, no, that's good. But it's
I love satire.
Tom's died. I've killed him with this.
No, I think that was awesome, Naomi.
I just want to say, I didn't play the game. I didn't even think I would be here because I was sick.
I also
That's all
thought
I'd
that
like
was
to
a
say
really
for the
beautiful
next 20
point.
minutes.
What a cool thing to say after interrupting with a point of your own.
Well, I just felt like that was the only opinion I was going to be able to form, and now I'm tapped out.
okay, great. Have you played any previous Metroid games?
There was one that we played.
Metroid Dread. We played Metroid Dread for the show,
which
yeah.
I brought up.
Last week?
What was the game that we played that was 2D with the
Pizza Tower?
The Pizza Tower.
Yeah.
Thought it was a bit like that.
This game
all I
reminded me
remember.
a bit of Metroid Dread.
I don't like this aesthetic that much. Just in terms of like a type of game, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a bit too
Like the shooter genre
Much
or
metal.
or the aesthetic, like
like the aesthetic.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I guess the main question to ask, Naomi, is have you played the game?
I said no.
Oh, because after the kind of introductory area kind of opens up to a very natural, beautiful area.
Yeah, it's not all within tight corridors and spaceship stuff.
Well, that's the thing. When I got
Very
here,
organic.
Bec put the Switch in front of me and I started playing it for literally like 3 seconds. I was like, I can't focus on this. I'm sick.
That's fair enough.
It's like you've kind of come on and you're like, I don't like the cover of this game.
Absolutely.
The box is it's too flexible. And what's this little chip thing? That seems weird.
But I think that's different, Alasdair, because that would be a valid criticism of the cover, whereas what she's saying is it sucks that the game is only the cover. And then someone showed her how to open the box and she's like, nah, well, I can't. But I still think I'm valid to say what I said about and it does show.
No, well, I said I hadn't played it. I said I haven't opened the cover, but it sucks that it's a bunch of stuff about the game, I reckon, probably. Again, I don't know, but I'm sure.
Right, the
I
auto.
said I wasn't going to talk for 20 minutes.
I know!
But you're so good at continuing.
You give me the space. I'll go in.
Do you think the auto lock? So if you just hold the left shoulder button.
Oh, yeah.
It just auto locks.
Yeah.
Which feels very easy.
Yes. But I kind of liked, this is me also going, I wasn't up for a challenging game when I was playing this. I'm like, I liked it, it was easy. I put it on easy when I played it, so that's partly why, I assume. But I tend to not gravitate towards, even though shooters is like my favorite genre of game, I tend to avoid them on consoles because trying to aim with the analog sticks, I don't like it. And so the auto lock thing made this like an enjoyable, playable game, even though it does make it like too easy, kind of. Yes.
Do you play Call of Duty on a console?
No, I have, but I usually
Play it with a mouse?
I usually play it
on PC?
I usually play it on PC.
It seems like such a console game to me.
I have played it on PS5 and other consoles. I played one of them.
I'm imagining you with your fucking little...
No, that's a
It's
stereotype.
harder. I'm really sorry.
GoldenEye was on a console, and why was that never felt super complicated to shoot. I don't know why.
That was from a time when shooters were very young. It was one of the first like console shooters, the GoldenEye 64.
Yeah.
They've recently like remastered that or re-released it on Xbox, and that's I didn't play it on the 64, but I played the new one, and it's really good. I'm not sure what it was like to play with just a Nintendo 64 controller, but you only have one stick, so I imagine it's made by the same developers, right, as the Time Splitters games, if I'm not wrong, and they have a bit of an interesting way of
Is that game that you like?
I really, really like it. It's one of my
Game that
favorite.
You played another game to play that game?
Yes, yeah. Because it's a PS2 game, and Time Splitters 2 is specifically the one that I think is the best of the series. And
Tom's getting all... Look at him, he's stimming.
getting riled up.
I'm really excited thinking about Time Splitters 2.
Are you a Time Splitters 2 fan?
It's so good.
It is.
The one thing that it's incredible, and it's incredible because it has so much single-player content that is really strange.
Yeah, it's got so much random shit in there. They just could have
what?
they didn't have to put all this stuff in there.
Like what?
Just like lots of weird game modes with bots, with like weird character. Like there's a lot of weird characters throughout the series.
I haven't played it, but I don't like the aesthetic personally.
But the reason I bring it up is because it's from a time where like Call of Duty hadn't come out yet. It's like shooters, first-person shooters, this sort of 3D first-person shooter thing, particularly on console, just wasn't really a thing. I think even Halo maybe hadn't come out yet, or was always around the same time.
Really?
This is like
That's long ago.
it is. I'm talking about quite a while ago.
Talking about it.
I mean, probably. I think
listening.
Halo would have been out when Time Splitters 2 came out. Anyway, I don't have a complete. I'm not exactly sure the years, but anyway, way back, it's early on, and so there wasn't kind of. Nowadays, there's a way that shooters pretty much control, and they're all kind of the same. But back then, they were experimenting a bit more. And Time Splitters 2 has a bit of an odd way. So it sort of auto aims for you, but then you can hold down L2, I think, and then you get a more precise aim. It's kind of I actually really liked the way that controlled.
You think this is similar in control, or is just auto aim?
Well, this I just was targeting and
Yeah,
shooting,
you just
like-
got to get into the ballpark of where something is, and then
Yeah.
you click auto aim, and then it kind of goes there. So mostly, like, if there's just a swarm of flying shit, you can just go click, 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 like that, and then they're all
Love
gone.
that.
Yeah, you love a bit of that.
It feels more like a kind of puzzly exploration-y game than it is like a test of aiming or shooting to me.
Yeah, it's not like a shooter game. Like, yeah, totally.
That's what you like. You're like, finally a shooter game. I don't have to worry about the shooting.
I mean, I'm just always happy to play a shooting game.
So it's not about the mechanics of the gameplay. It's you just like guns.
I mean, it can be both.
This guy's just aesthetic too. He's just like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I like the aesthetic of this game. I like the kind of the sort of nostalgic feel that I have for it. I think the sound design's nice. Like there's I don't know. There's something sort of ineffable about it that really appeals to me. Also, being a ball's quite fun. I don't know if you got to be a ball. Tom's excited
Yes.
about the ball thing.
The thought I had was, I love when a game lets me play as a simple shape. I love playing as a cube, an egg, a sphere, whatever it is. But just zooming up into that ball in Metroid it's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Jumping around, laying bombs.
No other shooter lets
It's
you do
so
that.
good.
Okay, that actually
No.
does happen in Mario Odyssey. So I feel like
That's not a shooting.
Yeah, but it would
game.
be better if it was in Call of Duty, just watching fucking, Sergeant Price break every bone in his body and become a sphere.
that would be
Roll off
fun.
instead of ordering a UAV.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I liked being the ball, but then also they had like half pipes in there, and I was like, oh great, there's gonna be a half pipe. I can go up and down, and it'll make me go higher and stuff like that. But then there was no gravity gain from going
Right.
up like
No,
that. So they
that
kept
is because you haven't unlocked the boost ball.
that's what it is.
In one of the Metroidvania's many gameplay innovations, you're gonna have to unlock a new gameplay mechanic and then venture back.
You know,
You get the
I got to
fun
admit
of
that
remembering every spot.
I do have to admit, when I first played it, I was really hungry and I hadn't eaten for a long time. Then I wasn't having a good time, and then I ate a big meal and I came back feeling a lot more relaxed, and then it was actually much more fun. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm not.
fun when you were more relaxed.
Maybe the problem is that I
it
was
funny?
unhappy.
Did you find anything
Yeah.
funny in it when you were relaxed?
No, it wasn't that funny.
Oh.
That's the problem with it.
Where are the jokes?
Hey,
Where are the jokes?
where are the goddamn
You
jokes?
call this thing a comedy? No jokes?
It is a humorless game.
Yes. Do you think maybe it would be better if the protagonist was talking the whole time?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's what was nostalgic about it. You didn't have her and some fucking amulet on her
Yeah, maybe if her
wrist.
blaster was talking.
Her blaster would be like,
quipping.
hey, you stupid bitch. And she'd be like, shut
Bet
up,
if I had
old
the
man.
morph ball, I could use it here. I'll have to remember to use the morph ball. I feel like there's an upgrade around. Another
yeah.
door opened.
I think I'll be able to find it, Glove.
I thought Evan was suggesting that the fact that the character wasn't talking a lot was the reason why it was such a big reveal when they revealed it was a woman. I thought that's what Evan was saying, but then it turns out that I've just said it.
Spoiler.
Hey? Oh.
Can I say one thing I love about the game is the various like graphical things, which I know were like huge when the GameCube came out. Like, if you shoot a missile and you're close to it, you kind of get the light reflecting in your visor, and you get actually a reflection of Metroid's face.
Yeah, you can see her eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was, and that and the water on the visor, like I knew about those things as like huge graphical moves to the GameCube back in the day, and they're still hidden from me now. They still look great now.
Yeah, I think I was kind of surprised. I don't play a lot of games on Switch, and I think I've kind of gotten into
You
this
play a lot of games on.
mostly PC. But what I play a lot these days is Xbox Series X and PS5 and PC. And so
Spoiled for fucking choice, aren't you?
I am spoiled for choice, but that's why often and I also don't travel much, so I hardly ever pick up the Switch. And in my mind, it's because it's, what is it now, 5 years, 6 years old or something, that I'm just sort of like, well, it's kind of old hardware. It's fairly underpowered. When I see games like I don't know. I played Doom, the ported version of that to Switch, and I'm like, it just looks sort of mushy. And when there are games that are released cross-platform, when you play it on Switch, it just tends to be a worse experience. But this game, I was so pleasantly surprised when I booted it up, and I was playing it in docked mode on like the 65-inch OLED TV, and it looked great. Like I was just surprised that coming out of a Switch. I think part of it, so the Switch is old, but I think the benefit of that is that like as it happens in the end of a console's life cycle, that the developers actually get really good at optimizing that hardware, right? And because it's a first-party game, I think, like with Breath of the Wild, right? Like it's a really great game that really pushes the Switch to its limits, and it feels like they're doing that a bit here because it just looks way better than I expected than a Switch game would look.
Do you think that means they're going to kill off the Switch soon?
I mean, there's always rumors swirling around about a new Switch coming out.
You reckon it'll be portable again?
Well, who knows? I mean, Nintendo.
Tell me.
I think it probably will because this has been so insanely successful for Nintendo. But Nintendo also have a habit of just like bringing out curveballs. Like, I mean,
the next console is going to weigh 35 kilos and just be like tethered to a desk or something. Like they're going to see that the Steam Deck is made and they're like, well, okay, that's your guys' thing now. You guys have portable consoles.
Yeah.
We're going to make the PlayStation 2 again.
I'd love that.
I liked the PlayStation.
It is a cool console.
Great console.
Maybe they could like release a chair, and the chair is like, but it's like the screen's in the butt of the chair, and you gotta like
in the butt.
You gotta
Screens in the butt of the chair?
the butt of the chair, like where you put your butt, and then you gotta look like you're kind of sniffing a chair to play the game, like that. Like that, and you're like, "What? This is insane!" You're holding onto the arms of the thing, and it's just
You're like
it's mostly-
kneeling on the ground?
Yeah, kneeling on the ground. Yeah, it's gonna be.
What if?
It's fucking crazy that they're doing that.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
What if?
but it'll be on wheels, so it will be portable.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So it's still.
You can't do that with a swivel chair.
Why? Yes, they're gonna have to do it now. It's a viable idea.
Crushed it.
Sorry, I didn't really have any
Why?
good idea there.
Oh, that's something.
I loved it. That was a great idea.
Really creative.
You know, it's like this, and you just gotta shake the chair like that.
You
It's
just
like
gotta
a lot
swirl it, and you gotta
just
shake it.
grabbing people. And, like in the game, you'll be going, tell me where they are, like that. But you'll just be doing it with the arms of the chair. And then, of course, you could just use it as a regular
That'll
chair
be
as
the
well.
gimmick, because
Okay?
everyone will be like, oh, it's chair arms.
Yeah.
Everyone will be like, it's like grabbing arms.
But there's actually more reasons than you think to do this. So, like,
Do this?
yeah.
Name one other reason.
I'm just like, somebody's got, your big painting, and you're like, give that back. Give
Okay.
it back.
Right.
that.
Maybe you're Italian.
They're not going like that.
I don't know why.
can.
I mean,
I guess they can.
They're able to. I think they can do anything.
I disagree.
look, I mean, the Switch is great. I'd be surprised if they do something entirely different, because it is really, really a clever form factor. The idea that
They
you
really
can.
have it, the monopoly on the portable console.
Yeah, well,
Apart from phones, I guess. But they're not.
but there's the
Well, and
Steam
the
Deck.
Steam
Like
Deck,
there's
Naomi.
PC
I
manufacturers.
don't know what the fuck the Steam Deck is.
It's like this, but bigger, and it runs Linux,
Linux?
or can run Windows if you put Windows on it as
Yuck.
well.
Are you serious?
It runs a lot of Steam games, Naomi. You like Steam?
You basically play PC games on the go. Isn't that a great
I
idea?
guess, yeah, that's pretty good. They
Because there's thousands
mostly
of
do
games.
come out on Steam.
Yeah.
Games, that is.
And it means that you can play it on PC, and then take it with you without having to buy it twice.
Linux, it just reminds me of my engineering degree and all the boys. that
Yeah, no, it's
talk to me
don't
and
worry.
they're annoying.
It's like a gamer Linux. It's like a
Okay,
skinned Steam OS.
no one's going to sit down and explain it to me.
No one will. Well, no, they probably
I mean,
will.
somebody's doing it right now, but
And much like the boys in my electrical engineering degree, you know your fucking place when you talk to me.
Anyway,
Naomi's right. Man, you do know your place, doesn't she? Yeah. No, she. I'm saying, I'm deferring.
That's the other thing that happened, though. They wouldn't believe me, and then there'd be a guy who'd be like, Naomi's right, and I'd like answer a question, and then everyone would be like, oh, okay. They didn't believe anything I said.
It's, you have a tone.
But That what makes me bad at maths?
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's doing it.
Something about you. I just don't trust your knowledge. Something about your vibe.
I don't know. You must be getting
Something that
knowledge.
differentiates you from all the other people in this room. Sexistly.
I don't know. I think you get your info from bad books.
It's that the Libra, Your Body books. That's the only books I've read. Do you guys relate to that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't understand that kind of humor.
Well, you know, there'll be
I
some
got
people.
it as long as you don't ask me to explain what the joke is or acknowledge, any part of the subject matter.
Okay, well, you know, there'll be some people watching in the and you know, if they have pussies, they'll understand. They used to give out little books with tampons to be like, "You're changing body," and explain.
Oh, right. I
That makes
apologize.
sense. I could have inferred
Was
that.
the tampon in the book?
Well, there'll be like free packs of tampons with a book. They give it out
Gotcha.
to
I was picturing
prepubescent
like
girls.
a hollowed out book with a tampon in it.
Oh, yeah, so you can hide
That's
it.
a good idea. Hide your shame.
Right?
Yeah, maybe it could be a hollowed out version of the Bible, but actually all the pages are still in there, so that you can read them.
Naomi, maybe you should become Catholic.
Well, that's back in actually.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Is religion coming back?
Yeah, it's like, you know, like
big
reactionary, like dirtbag left types. They're like, I'm Catholic now because
It's fucking insane.
it's too earnest to be woke now.
Oh.
They're going
The
back
new
the
punk
other way.
rock.
That's cool. I love that. I love all the things that are happening in the world.
It's so many layers of irony. I can't keep up
Yeah.
anymore.
The interesting thing in Metroid Prime is you kind of unlock various powers for the character as you progress through the game, and they show you the areas that you've passed through in a different light sometimes.
Very interesting.
What do you? I feel like a lot of games do that, Tom.
That's right, Naomi, and that's because as it's a common trope in the genre Metroidvania, which of course takes half its name from Metroid.
That's a category of games.
Yes.
That's right, Naomi. It includes Hollow Knight.
Okay.
Is Dead Cells a Metroidvania?
Is any games that I might have played?
Dead Cells.
Yeah, you played Dead Cells.
I don't think I've played Dead Cells.
We did it on the show. Maybe it was a while
Not
ago.
have been, but I didn't used to play the games because you didn't used to pay for the games.
Fair
Is
enough.
Portal Metrovania?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
That famously, you have like one thing you can do in Portal.
Yeah.
And it's make portals.
So Metroidvania is
It's kind of the worst example you could think of. 'Cause you do
What
every
about
level once.
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper.
You go back and it's crazy. You're like, whoa.
Worms 2? Forget it. I'm just
Okay.
I feel like I know there's stuff where even that, what's the music game we played recently?
Songs for no.
No.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. That definitely had areas in it where it was like, come back later, bitch.
Yeah.
Mario
Okay.
Odyssey.
Right. Yeah. Probably stretching the definition a bit, but
Well, you know, again, I'm just talking out of my ass.
that's what we're here to do.
I can never, you know what's magical is I can never tell when you took control of the conversation. Like I can never trace back to how it became you talking, but
just
it
keeps-
always happens.
It just keeps happening. I don't even want it to happen. I don't even want it to
I
happen.
know,
It
I
just
can
happens.
tell.
I asked you a question, you didn't answer it, so I had to just answer it myself with no knowledge of the subject.
I mean, you asked the question, it's similar to any games I play.
Yeah.
So pulling back the curtain, I opened up your Steam profile and started looking through all the games you've played recently on Steam. So Cuphead, no. Deathloop, no. SnowRunner, no. Dead by Daylight, no. Viscera Cleanup Detail, no. Rust, no. Exapunks, no. Motorcycle Mechanic Simulator 2021 Prologue. Actually, weirdly, yes.
Really?
No.
Oh. That game made me feel sick.
okay.
Oh.
Is it the
Like you
motor
are now.
oil fumes?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I hate this. My dad's garage smells like motor oil. I
Oh,
just can't handle it.
yuck. Yeah, I got that. There was like a scratch and sniff you could get with it.
should have a screen, Nintendo. Oh, that'll work on that fucking chair. I scratch the
Have
seat.
they invented that yet?
Hey?
What?
Or am I
Smell-o-vision.
thinking
Chair
of a
that
movie?
smells? Yes. I can tell you from first-hand experience, they have invented a chair that smells.
Yeah, I know. When I was last at your house, I was sitting down, and then Demi's like, "Oh, she's in the chair that stinks," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And now it's like I
Well-
still haven't smelled the chair, but I still don't like it. That I'm here.
It wasn't the chair that stinks before you got there, you ratty little bitch.
Yeah,
Don't
bro.
show how I live. Don't cut to a wide of me.
Thank you so much, Bec, for that.
Anyway, hey, I like this game. I think it's great. I'm really keen to keep playing it.
Did I monopolize the conversation for someone who?
No,
done really well.
It seemed. I think it was quite a pretty balanced panel discussion.
Yeah.
I think
I'll say
everybody.
asking for critique on your contributions to the conversation may count as monopolizing the conversation.
Well, the graphics up the screen, so this is a different section.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
we're not
fine
talking-
with monopolizing this section. That's fine.
Yeah,
Percentage has reset.
Yeah, they do. There's a spreadsheet. I can add you if you want.
That'd be awesome.
Evan.
Metroid Prime Remastered is out now on Switch. It's like what is it, $59?
Yeah.
Which is pretty, like, I think pretty good. I think Bec was saying it's too expensive for a remaster. I think that's okay.
I mean, it's a remaster of a very old game. It's not like a remaster from,
From 2 years ago or something.
yeah.
Yeah, like, and it's also, I mean, you look at
PS4
like,
to PS5. You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
brother?
Last of Us Part 1 is what, $120, $130 or something. It's like full AAA. This is, and it's actually like it's $60 on the e-store, but I think it's $49 at Big W.
or Amazon.
Yeah, which is.
I don't know why you're guessing so much when it's written down for us, right?
I have so many pieces of paper with stuff
Well,
in
that's
front of
your
me.
own fault.
It is, I know,
You look like bloody Wally Dali right now.
and that's part
That
of
is
the
the
vibe.
greatest compliment Naomi can give. by
No,
the
that's
way.
fine. Very educated and in
Thank you.
control.
You remind me of my hero, Wally Dali.
What do you think you got to do to remaster? Do you think you mostly just got to put a filter, put it through a filter, just go like, you just got to change a few settings or whatever?
Yeah, you got to give the girls fox eyes.
Oh yeah, you got to you make them. Is that when you? Is that a way of doing makeup?
Yeah, like siren eyes.
Yeah.
All the girlies now they get stretched this way.
Yeah, right.
It's a difficult, like you have to. It's a vague term, and some people do a real shitty job of it, and some people do an amazing job of it. And you just got to, like, I mean, the Last of Us remasters have been great. Like they put a huge amount of effort into them, and they make a huge difference.
I think when I played the first one, it was the remastered one.
I think also, but not the part one, the newest remaster. Not the remake, like the full.
Are you talking about the TV show? Because that's not the same.
No, the first game's been remastered twice now.
That's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's great.
Speaking of gaming, have you seen his ads for Merge Mansion?
Yeah.
It's like really high budget ads for a fucking
Yep.
mobile game.
Yeah. Hey, mobile games make money. That's where the money is.
Spice Girls are doing Coin Master.
The remake of 13 was famously terrible.
That was a glitchy mess from what I
Yeah.
remember, which is a shame because 13 was a very cool game.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really cool game. David Duchovny was in that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Adam West was in it too. Am I making that up?
I thought they meant the movie about the little girls
What?
who drink.
Drink alcohol.
13.
The
Like a
little girl
Harmony
who
Korine
drink?
film or something? It's like kids.
It's Tom. It's Rosalie from Twilight. It's that movie that she co-wrote. And it's her and who's the other girl? Evan Rachel Wood, and they're 13. And I never watched it because my mum wouldn't let me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
To what extent is Evan a girl's name?
Don't make this about you.
You're monopolizing, Evan.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
Oh my god, with this guy. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I think it's time to make this all about Evan.
Make it about Evan now?
Yeah, I think it's time for... Run it.
7 minutes in Evan.
Now, here's the rules. Don't start the timer yet. You two got to shut up.
All right.
Some people come on this show, we start it, and then 2 minutes in, they start having a conversation with him like you're heckling at a stand-up show. You think you're sitting there with your best
muting
buddy.
my microphone,
That's good.
so I can't.
Great. All right. You can. All right. We're ready.
So who has the timer then?
Bec will have the timer.
Does Bec have a timer? I feel like the timer is tied in with the. Okay, you got a timer?
I'll do a timer too, so we have.
Ready? I'll say go.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready and go.
We said I was going to talk about I went and saw Weird Al Yankovic on Friday night because he's in Melbourne. Oh no, wait, it's not anymore. He was in Melbourne for a couple of days, and that was a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Weird Al since I was a child. I think the very first time I became aware of Weird Al was I have this memory of us as a family driving to Science Works, and I think Triple J, I think it must have been Triple J or something, or maybe like another ABC radio thing, was doing like a profile. I should look this up because there must be some archive or log of something of this sort of thing. But I vaguely recall there being like a radio doco thing of chronicling his career, and I think it must have been maybe tying in with the release of Running with Scissors. Maybe would have been the album. So I was pretty like this, at some point in the early 2000s or 90s or something like that. But anyway, and I just love the idea of I thought it was a lot of fun. And I just became a massive fan of Weird Al, bought all his CDs and stuff, and it was great. You're a Weird Al in a way. His name's Alasdair. I mean, that's all. I'm sorry. You just got to take that. You can't comment on that. Anyway, I think I've been to maybe 3 or 4 like Weird Al shows. There was one that I missed because I was working as sort of doing some shooting in a regional area of Victoria, and I couldn't get back for one of his shows, which is such a shame. But anyway, I hadn't seen him live in so long, so it was really exciting when he announced this new tour, and we went and saw him at the Palais on Friday night, and it was really lucky. We were lucky because we got to go meet him afterwards, and we went hung out in his dressing room briefly, which was a lot of. It was just like a cool thing to do, and we got a photo and stuff. What? So we got to because
Why were you back there?
Oh, because okay, so there's a guy named Broden Kelly, and he knows that I'm a big fan of Weird Al, and the Dono guys worked with Weird Al. That they had a cameo with Weird Al on their Netflix show. And so I think they sort of met him there, and I think he's been on their podcast recently as well, and so they're kind of mates now, I guess. And so Al invited them to come along to the show and to come backstage and meet him, and Broden was like, Broden, yours.
That was a beautiful Broden Kelly impression.
Broden's he knew I was a big fan, and so he very kindly got me in on that, and so I went along with him and a couple of the other Only Donor people, Haven't You Done Well Productions people. So I was very lucky to do that. There's there's a story that Broden loves, which is where when I was younger, when I first met Weird Al, our friend Em, who's not here today, she's normally switching the show, that has been doing that this season. for Twitch. Her and I were massive fans in high school, and so we went to a show, and was there was a campaign to get Weird Al into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Em was like active in trying to like promote that online and stuff. Was in the Weird Al forums, and we knew that Weird Al was coming to Melbourne. He was going to be on Speaks and Specs, which is an Australian TV music show. And so we went along to the taping of that at the ABC in Gordon Street, and we got to meet him after that. We hung out afterwards. We waited around afterwards, and when he came out, we're like, hey, I got to meet him, and he that was before his Melbourne show, and he was like, hey, thanks for, he's a lovely guy. Was appreciated the campaign to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm not sure. It didn't end up happening. I'm not sure if it has happened yet. Actually, I have to check that. But anyway, it was just a thing that was that these fans were trying to get to happen, and so he's like, oh, you should come backstage at the show, and we were like, oh my god, this is amazing. So we went to his Melbourne show, which of course we already had tickets, but yeah, they invited us to go backstage. So that was like, when would that have been? 2003. So it would have been the Linwood tour maybe, and when we were backstage at that Melbourne show, I think it was him or his manager was like, oh, are you coming to the Canberra show? You can come, you want to come backstage to that as well. It was just the following night. And we were like, well, we obviously weren't planning to. Neither of us could drive or anything. We had no plans or any way to get to Canberra. But we weren't going to refuse the offer of tickets and backstage passes to his show. So we went home that night, and we were just like chatting on Messenger or Google Talk or whatever, and we just organised to get to Canberra overnight. I think we took a cab to Frankston, and then took a train to the city, and then like a V-line bus to Canberra from there. Just however we could, because we had very little money and couldn't drive or anything, so that's just all we could do. But we did that, and didn't tell our parents until we got there. And we saw his show. We went backstage again. It was a lot of fun, and then went back home. Anyway, so Broden loves that story of how we followed him interstate as children. Is that Steph Munro?
Time flies when you.
Oh my god! In ever!
That is the most engaged I've. Like, you didn't even look at the time and go, oh,
Yeah.
once.
I was telling a story. There's a
Yeah.
Beautiful. You should.
Did you bring that up with him when you were
caught up in the
there, or
narrative.
remember, or
No, I didn't really talk to him that long. No, it was.
because you didn't really talk about meeting him at all this time?
Oh well, I don't know. It's always a bit of a because we're all just like, including him, we're all just like awkward nerds. So it's just like, hey, great show, really enjoyed it. Get a
He
few
does
photos.
strike me as an awkward nerd,
He's sort of he's pretty quiet.
but
sort
a
of.
nice man.
But we're also like there were also like VIP people who paid extra to get like meet and greet stuff. So and we went in just before that. So we were like, we didn't want to like take up too much of his time. He'd just come off stage and he had to go out and meet like 100 other people. So it was like
Oh God,
it was. I mean, I'm sure.
they'd all be freaks.
And they'd all be free. You just know.
Yeah, they'd all be like you.
Yeah, they'd all be like me. Anyway, so we didn't. We weren't gonna. We kind of didn't want to.
Well, that's so nice, though.
Yeah.
It's really lovely.
But hey, before we wrap up, we have a Patreon question.
What?
I can't believe it.
We usually do.
This better be a good one.
It's
You've really been fucking it up
Sorry,
recently.
I just wanted to see if I could get through that.
I have not been fucking it up. Have I?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm only partially responsible for.
When you forgot to post the poll,
Well, yes. Then I picked one.
and then you've just picked one, and the one you picked was, what game do you think smells bad? Terrible.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a different question, right?
That's a great question.
The
I
top.
did say viscera cleanup details.
You had a great answer to
a
that.
game that Tom and I have played together.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
true. I also think Binding of Isaac would smell really bad.
Okay.
What did he say?
Binding of Isaac.
It's all about poop and blood.
But hey,
Totally, thanks.
the top voter question this week was from Death Wombat, Does your butt clench when you fall a long distance in a video game, or do you experience any other similar reactions when playing games?
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
My family used to make a lot of fun of me. Fun. That made sense. Because whenever I would play a game, I'd be very physical with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like it is a very big sign of being neurodivergent. Because my little nephew does exactly the same thing. You know, if you're like in a game and you're like doing...
Like you're
I used to
too
do that.
immersed.
Yeah, like I'm leaning when I'm like, leaning to fun in the car or something.
I do that in
really
racing
into that.
games. I definitely, I'll do a bit of that.
Well, go to the doctor.
I don't think that's a condition that I need to get
That is
assessed.
insane.
No, but they did used to make fun of me for it a lot. That I used to do stuff. I'm very much... I physically experience the game for sure.
And so, if you're falling a long distance in this example, do you feel like, is that? Do you get that like I'm falling? I'm falling.
No, I don't. When I die or something,
Yeah, like
pretty
that.
spot on. No, when I'm dying a game, I'm just like, haha. Like I really don't. I don't like. My boyfriend will just go, ow, but he's not upset. He's just fine with it. And he's like, ow. I'm like, you're not hurt. It's not real. You know what I mean? But I do, it's when there's actually something at stake.
Okay, yeah.
But not falling, because you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damage is done,
Fair enough.
theoretically.
Yeah.
I don't think I connect with video games strong enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but I also don't.
Why are you here?
Eh? Because I'm searching. I'm searching for a good feeling. I'm searching. I want to find one. I mean, look, when I play Fortnite, I genuinely have fun.
Okay.
How many games have you played? Like,
I played Fortnite. Played Minesweeper.
Mm-hmm.
Played
Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of games. Like
He's a
you
big
haven't
gamer.
connected with any of them.
it's rare that you find something that that is enjoyable. Like I mean, I found walking around that world pretty boring. But maybe there's just this whatever's in that world is not what I'm looking for in my life.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
You know, maybe I need a game that smells bad or something.
Tom, is this something that you feel?
Yeah, whenever you cut to the very depressing wide shot of me here, you can see my big wheel over here in the background, and that I've noticed that whenever I play a game where I drive around, especially on stream, but also off stream, I'll find myself going like as I crash. Like I've found. I now know the noise that I'll make if I die in a car crash. I'll know my last words, and they'll be like it's very embarrassing that way.
You also I showed up at his house once and he was playing a rally game.
Yes.
I've never heard such glee in a man. He is crazy,
It's fun.
and he's just going like it's crazy. It's also like
It's
not how
nice.
he like operates. Like he's not that expressive with joy that much, really. Not beyond the regular person. I would say less actually, because I'm just remembering now. Been on a lot of roller coasters with this man, and he just sat there, just completely straight face, bizarre.
No, the Disneyland roller coasters don't activate anything in me, but the Six Flags roller coasters are an endorphin. They're an explosion. I love them.
Wasn't I there for that too?
Yeah, I had a great time at Six Flags.
I still don't remember.
I was having a wonderful time. I was
experiencing joy.
smiling my little head off.
Which is crazy because that place is not built for happiness.
What about that
It's
ride?
like fucked up.
You know that ride at Luna Park, which is just like a kind of a wheel, but you sit in like a mini little rocket ship, but you're not strapped in. It's just the G forces that hold you back, and then it takes you upside down.
The Gravitron.
It might be Gravitron. I really felt things in that.
What?
Good things, bad things.
No.
You know, I felt
Yeah.
lots of stuff. Like, I mean, fear. I was trying to work out the mechanics. I was like, how am I not going to die upside down like that? And then I wouldn't.
And then like
You would know,
thinking
though.
of like the age of the person who last serviced the ride as well, and
Yeah, that's
being
right.
like maximum 15 years old.
Yeah, I don't think that this could work. This could continue to work. Figured it out during it.
What do you mean during?
Well, during that was the experimentation. I had to be in it to be like.
Force.
I know. Yes, I know that now.
I learned that in like fucking year 11.
I know, but I didn't.
You knew.
I had never been in it.
You don't have to be in it.
I know, but I got in. That's when I found out that I wasn't going to get strapped in.
So you get a bucket of water, you swing it around in a circle, the water doesn't fill out, and you're like, well, I'll never know.
Well, no, that's how you figure it out. That's what I'm exactly what I'm saying. Hey?
You have to be
I
in
have
the
to
water.
be the
water,
water,
I'm
is
having
what I say.
fun.
I put my head in a bucket, and then I hold on to it, and then go like this, and then I go, centripetal.
Are you making me fucking sick right now?
Yeah, well, I think you already were sick.
I get sick when I'm in the gravity. In VR, obviously, I definitely feel it more because it's more immersive.
You think you're gonna get hit by something?
Well, like if something's coming at you and it's strapped to your head, you know.
Definitely. I definitely feel like scary games much more in VR. It's scarier.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't look away. I mean, I guess you can. You could close your eyes.
Just take it off.
You could, I suppose.
You could run. You could just run.
Yeah, I suppose.
You won't get very far.
You don't know. It's cool being in a world and then trying to feel your way through another world. Like that, running into like other walls and things like that.
Yeah, right.
That's a fun game. That's a fun game right there.
You can just do that with a blindfold.
I know, but the game maker should come and pick you up and put you in a truck with the thing on, put you in a new house, and you got to find your way out of that house whilst you're in a different world.
Okay.
Whoa.
It'd be like an H.H. Holmes game or something where things aren't where they're supposed to be.
No, not like
No.
that.
We have to thank our top patrons. Emmy G, Andre Agnew, Ashley M, Ben Zombie, Blake Hannikin, Brandon Wozni, Cameron Forward, Chris Potts, Dash KC, David Bourne, David Holland, Death Wombat, Decay, Dixie Dean 17, Eric John E, Fahad Altani, Gears, Latchington, Michael Flaherty, MJ, Oscar A, Robbie Proctor, Rupert the Dog,
Yes.
Suntree Rakkinen.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so
I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Scott Bloodfart McKeach.
That's enough.
Oh, I mean, Naomi likes the blood part of that.
Yeah. I'll just take the blood.
Sean Pratt, Suraj Pires, Unruly Goose, Will, thanks for my mug, Egan. So I wonder if they got the little message, little joke that you wrote on their package.
Oh yeah. I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking it was funny.
I remember what it was.
And that's all I'd like to say.
I mean, it's just a joke for them anyway. Anyway, X said Neil.
For you, obviously. Not your cup of tea.
And
Parody song.
and Yummy Monkeys. If you want to hear your name read on the show, sign up to the closest personal friend Patreon tier, and you get all the benefits to signing up as well. You get episodes early. You get to join the Discord. You get the copies of the cheat sheets, and you get to send in questions and vote on questions. And then for $5 more, you get a mug, but not this one. You get one of these Gamey Game mugs. Sign up at
Strong.
patreon.com/Gamey Game. They are strong.
Solid mug.
Yeah, we really haven't had many of them break over the years.
No.
There's the one that Ben broke.
Well, but that's bound to happen.
Yeah, don't do that.
Showing how strong they are.
Okay, all right.
He's not gonna break it. Come
Nice.
on. Hell.
Sign up at patreon.com/Gamey Game. Alasdair, you're doing the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Who told you?
You did.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's true. I am doing the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. I'm doing a show called Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall, no relation, and it is starting at the end of the month on the 31st or the 30th.
Because that's not a regular name.
That's true. Yeah, and it sounds like I'm not related to the guy. I'm playing a different Alasdair Tremblay-Birchall, which I might be.
Okay.
And then also, we just released our 2018 Comedy Festival show for free on YouTube on Stupid Old Channel. You can get it. It's called Magma. If you just type in Magma and Stupid Old Channel into YouTube, you'll find it there.
Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
on
Wait,
this
for
very
free?
YouTube channel. For
It's
free.
just there, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Feels like-
Wow.
Yeah.
Feels like comedy shows now, their only value is this promotional material. So.
For what?
Hey?
For the show that's coming up.
For a comedy show.
Yeah, for whatever, for me.
More comedy shows.
More
yeah.
comedy
Yeah, more
shows. It's
comedy
just
shows
not
that have no
suck.
value, yeah.
Well, it's a very good show.
Thank
It is
you.
good. Go check it
very
out.
much.
It's really fun.
Teleport's going to come out next week, which is the other one we did, the follow-up to.
It's the same characters,
Same characters,
same universe. Is it fair to say?
Same universe. They're both engineers. And
It's the same universe?
It could be.
I think the characters are different, are they not?
Do you feel like they're different? I mean, one guy does sort of die at the end of the first one, but
Spoilers.
Well, yeah, I feel like there's stuff that happens in the second one that would have come up in the first one. But you're writing it like the fucking Lost franchise. Making it up as you go along.
Yeah. Look, if you liked Lost, or if you didn't like Lost,
Also, I completely
Exactly
forgot.
like Lost, that's what it is.
I forgot that Ben Russell plays Elon Musk in Magma.
that's true. Ben
So,
Russell plays Elon Musk.
So check. This is before Elon
I
Musk.
don't remember
was-
that.
Oh, I mean, you have to go back and rewatch the show.
I watched it live.
Just scroll
Was
to
it-
the end.
Yeah, just
I'll probably just watch the whole thing again. It's been a while.
yeah, you should. It's great.
I was there when you recorded Teleport.
Oh,
were you in the audience?
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for coming.
You can watch that and hear my laugh.
That'll be next week. Yeah.
Yeah, next week on Thursday we'll put that up. Tom Walker.
That's not what it sounds like. And
Is that your Naomi impression?
This is like a baby crying.
Yes.
Whoa.
Sorry.
That's too good.
Sorry.
That's fucked up.
That's really fucked up.
That's what
Sound
happens.
like a Resident
Okay,
Evil 7 baby.
occasionally, like I'll see something like that, and I'll realize that's what it's like when I was doing baby mode on Twitch for other people.
Yeah.
And I have to experience it.
I just do baby mode
Sucks.
voice. I'll just have
man,
a adult face, but then I go.
Naomi, your medicine fucking sucks. I'm glad you're getting a taste of it.
Tom Walker, you're streaming on Twitch at the moment. What's going on?
The reason I had this costume so close to hand, which again I put on as a gag and then am stuck in because of the technical difficulties. It's March. So
Yep.
it's a month-long celebration of Marge Simpson in video games. I've, at great personal cost, time and relationship-wise, modded Marge into a lot of games.
It's pretty remarkable.
Remarkable. I've added her in as a rally co-driver, so she's like reading out like 4 left and like, care, bridge. It sounds really bad. Everybody hates it.
Is it just you doing the
modded her into
voice?
the Kung Fu game Seafood. No, I found a text-to-speech generator,
Right. Okay.
an AI text-to-speach. So I went through the process of generating all of these things and then exporting them as OGs as like 11 kilohertz OGs. It's been a whole process. So come watch that. I'm losing my mind.
Can you believe this guy could at any point say that he doesn't think he's mentally ill? That's crazy.
That is a crazy.
I'm normal.
So you can go subscribe. It's just twitch.tv/Tom Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check me out there, and then I'm posting some edits to YouTube as Tom Walker brackets streamer. But yeah, you can check that out as well. There's some edits up there. They're really well done.
I'm going to do one of the games.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you're going to be playing Lethal League Blaze with me, which I've
Oh.
modded Marge into.
Great.
Okay. When are you doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He said, do you want to play a game? I was like, if you pay for it. And he's like, I'm pretty sure I already paid for you to have this game.
I literally already bought it for you 2 years ago.
And I was like, whatever. Fine.
Hey, if you enjoyed this show, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can go like us
You
on.
didn't ask me if I got anything to
Oh,
plug.
do you have anything to plug?
No.
Okay. If you enjoy this show, yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel and go find us on Twitch as well. And you can sub and follow and whatever happens over there. You can tell your friends about it and stuff. And you can also podcast the show. So we put it out on the internet as a podcast, which is isn't that exciting?
internet?
Yeah,
cool.
it's not really.
Wow.
Yeah.
They let you do that?
Yeah. The British. We're on the Pickaxe
to
Network
ask.
with the Yogscast. Well, I mean, yeah. So whatever podcast app, you can just search for us and you should find us there. But this is actually our last episode for a little bit. So we're coming up to the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, which is just
tell
what we're
me.
talking about.
Didn't tell me.
I told you last week that.
No, you said there would be 2 more.
No, last week I didn't say that. Earlier I said that there would be 2 more.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
No, maybe. But 1 week ago I said this was the last one.
Well.
Anyway,
Yes, it's my fault then. For not interpreting the information correctly that you told me.
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fair to say.
I worked in the face. You told me to make that
It was really
face
good.
during the show.
You it was more tortured when you did it earlier. Torture it.
Really?
Yeah. That's it. There you go. Yeah, that's good.
So,
Nah, Tom, it looks bad when you do it.
oh my God.
Really? That can't be true.
So,
Stop showing how I live.
So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and like us on Twitch and follow us on social media so that I'm not sure exactly the date that we're coming back. It's gonna be four-ish, 5-ish weeks. But if you
I can't wait to find out on Wednesday night. that it's in 2 days.
I'll let you know.
No, you won't.
I will. I'll be organised. Trust me. But if you follow us and subscribe and all those sort of things, then you'll be alerted when we're coming back. So do that. And in the meantime, just watch old episodes. There's some great old episodes. What's your favourite
Naomi
old
ran
episode
out
of
of
the
things
show?
to say, so she started balancing things on her head.
Can you? I should be plugging this.
Free attention hack.
Free attention hack. Yeah, which
Yeah.
Evan steals, obviously.
Oh, it's just demonstrating
It's
that
working
anybody
for
can
him.
do it.
Wow.
What
Okay.
are you doing?
That's called innovation. That's what that is.
So you know you're fucking with a real engineer.
What's your favourite episode of this show?
You get fucked.
I'm so sorry.
I've got no fucking idea, bro.
Just name one. Just name one episode that you remember.
Do you remember any episodes?
I don't remember anything that's ever happened.
The Songs for a Hero episode with Tom was good.
Oh, that was pretty painful.
I really liked the Race Driver Grid episode with Alasdair.
I was
I
there,
don't
and Ben
remember
was there,
Ben
and you
was
were there.
there.
We started arguing about a grid. I might have referred to you as looking like Urkel at some point.
That's the one where I roasted you pretty bad.
I think so. That's probably.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
You remembered and you brought up tonight.
I don't
He's
remember.
holding
doing
on
it.
to that. I'll tell you what. I think I
Anyway.
posted on Instagram.
There's some great episodes. The Winding It Back episode is an absolute favourite,
It's a
right?
classic with
That's
Ben
a classic.
singing.
Ben's on the screen.
I believe I remember enjoying a very old episode about Wolfenstein with
Yes?
Andy Matthews and Jess Perkins. I
Oh
remember,
yeah,
but that was so long ago. Maybe it's better now than it was then. You know what I mean?
yeah, maybe. There's a great episode with I think with Reese Nicholson and who else was on? I feel like it was
Ben and
Andy. Anyway, there's a bunch of old episodes you can go check out and watch while we're on break. But until then, we'll catch you after the break. Bye.
Unless we're dead already.
We won't be dead. Thanks for watching.
We're never gonna die.
We'll never die.
That's
The
it.
show will live on forever.
Yes, death is not the end.
When do you think you'll die?
1 hour from now.